All right. Morning, people.
Good morning, y'all.
I don't know. I did not realize that we weren't on the camera thing. So, my bad. But in case you missed our announcement this morning, we lost Tommy Turney passed away last night.
11:45, Tommy passed last night, and we just want y'all to know that if Carrie, if you're watching,
Yeah.
out to you, honey, and your boy and your girl too. They in her prayers. So anyway, just thought we'd say that.
It's hard to start mornings out like that. You know, obviously we've all been there to some degree or another. You know, and we got to just think about their family and keep them in our thoughts and prayers. You know, they got a young Ty, and of course his daughter is starting her new life. You know, and
Just got married.
mm-hmm.
Yep. And
Yep. So, well, tough stuff. We all know that he was a friend of ours. He was a personal friend of mine. You know, just and we didn't even always agree on certain directions he was taking at the city, but he truly had the best at heart. And so I think we need to go ahead and just wash all the BS off of the city issues. You know, and that because that's the negative is not his legacy. The positive is completely his legacy.
that's right. We're still trying to figure out the circumstances too, y'all.
Yeah, it's just
We heard a rumor, but we can't verify it.
nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with him. All right, we're going to try to shake it up here, guys. Get back to a little normal with that tough news.
Whatever normal is, folks, for us.
Yeah.
So,
All right. There we go. Imperfection. Steve Helms. All right, 7:35 in the a.m. Let's roll this back over. You guys are hanging out with us, listening to the Jeff and Landy Morning Show. Once again, being brought to you by Ballinger Home Health and Hospice.
right?
Weather today, 74 degrees, mainly sunny skies. Winds will be out of the east.
It ain't 74 out there right now, though.
No, it is not at
It is
all.
currently 47 degrees on my motorcycle.
It's
Temperature
but
gauge,
it
but
feels
it feels like about 27.
Again,
yeah.
when it feels like it is 27 degrees. You know, it's not though. It's like 45 right now, but it will be getting up there into the higher upper 70s, and then tonight overnight low will drop back down to 46, and then of course we're going to have a beautiful day tomorrow, maybe sunny skies. 84 degrees, but of course, with sunny skies and 84 degrees comes the winds out of the south. 15 to 25 miles an hour, possibly gusting above that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that.
Yeah.
We can't
So
just
if you
get
ain't got it
sunshine.
tied down, you better tie it down.
It's
So
going to be
winds-
another one of them days.
You know, dude, this is springtime. You know, if it ain't raining, wind's blowing,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You know, and if it ain't cloudy, the sun's shining. So it's one of those deals. Okay, next thing you know, we'll have snow on the ground. So you know,
Well, it can freeze on Easter.
that's right. It could freeze on Easter. We've had that happen, folks.
That's right. I mean,
You
so
know, that is a great possibility out here in the wild, wild west.
you just don't even know.
That's right.
But I mean, so yeah, it's you got to come with. I guess take the weather as it is, because you're gonna have one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
Or the other.
That's right.
You know.
You know, because that's the way. You know.
You know.
Hey.
So anyway, all right.
All right.
Well, what else we have going on to?
Man, there's all kinds of stuff. I was looking on. Let me see if I can find it again. Let me see if I can find it. I went to actually a place I really don't like to go to anymore. A Yahoo deal, and I ran across this a smart asset. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You ever had a smart asset?
Oh no, I've been called that
It-
before. Wait, no, it was a smart asset. Never mind. I can't say what I mean. My wife calls me that on a daily usually. You know, so I feel pretty good about myself, right? And
Yeah.
being an asset's good, right?
Right. Anyway, so I was looking at 20 questions to tell if you're ready to retire.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got one. I got a question. Ask me that question.
Okay, Jeff, are you ready to retire?
Yes. So I don't need 20 questions to know. I know.
Okay.
But
Well,
in case you
that's
don't know,
that's the end of conversation. We're
Yeah.
done with that.
yeah, you have a great day.
You know, and you know, people talk about retiring all the time, and when you think about retiring, you have to think about your 401k,
Sure.
your insurance, your house payments.
Are you going to get Social Security?
Are you old enough to draw Social Security?
Yeah, you want to push yourself in the direction where you have less payments.
Right.
And things.
Do you want to? Yeah, you got all your stuff paid for. But you know, I got to thinking about that. All those questions like that. Aren't those questions we need to be asking ourselves at about 35? Yeah. Do I have it all paid off?
Or will I?
Will I ever have it all paid off?
Or am I going to buy a brand new truck in 6 months because this will be paid off in 6 months?
Right. You
For
know,
another 5 years.
Yeah, for another 5 years, and then you go, well, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Am I really enjoying life, or am I working for somebody else?
Well, yeah.
Am I working my tail off here for somebody else, thinking that I'm working my tail off for me?
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of look back and go, seen a $2,500 truck the other day that was driving, and I was like, yeah, the truck looks pretty nice. Get me out, here's $2,500, and this gets me out of a $500 a month car note.
Right.
Okay, well, 5 times 5 is 25.
Sure.
Okay.
All day long.
So in 5 months, basically, you will have paid for your truck.
Mm-hmm.
That $2,500 you paid for this used piece of junk truck, paint falling off of it. You get out there with a spray can, do a little sanding, do a little priming,
Just a little patchwork.
Little patchwork, trying to keep it at least some reasonable facsimile the same color.
Sure.
And don't want to spray paint it like
it's a 30-year paint job, so a brand new coat of Krylon on there.
Exactly.
Real nice.
And you start checking the bearings and the wheels, and you start making sure the transmission fluid's been changed and motor oil's been changed. You start taking care of this little old truck. Pretty soon you been driving this truck for 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. You remember that $500 a month?
Yeah.
Okay, $500 a month times 36 months is $18,000. Yeah. Dollars. You will have saved?
Doll hairs. Yes, sir.
Yeah. $18,000 you'll have saved. And you could take that $18,000 and you could have gone on a pretty nice vacation.
Or you put it right there in that nest egg.
Put it in that savings account. Hang on to it in case you got an emergency.
Yep, an emergency. Yeah. So you were saying though that you had the 20 questions, right?
Right. I've lost it. I found it, and then it went away. And then here it is. Here's one of the deals. You find it, and it starts off with this one question. Have you realized what you're really stepping into? When you talk about retirement, and then it says, "Well, check this box for a professional to deal with you."
Oh, it's got the financial planner on it.
Yeah, it got the financial planner on it. But I'll tell you something. Sometimes a financial planner might be in your best interest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that's a lot of times if you trust them, that's why they're there.
Yeah.
They're literally trained to help you with your money.
Your money and your stuff.
Hey, that's basically why experts are there.
Make your life nicer.
They're there to help.
And when you start talking about that, early on in life, even though when you don't have any finances, maybe you need to get a little direction or a little guidance on where you're going, or where you want to go.
Well, what I hate was one time I talked to a financial planner.
Yeah.
And homeboy was like, yeah, if you would have continued on the path you were heading, you would have retired at 55.
Right.
Thanks, Bubba. I didn't. But thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
You know,
Appreciate you dragging the past up.
yeah.
Bud.
Thank you for reminding me that I made a horrible decision, which I didn't feel I did because I was shooting for peace of mind. You know, but then that was the first time I stepped back and went, you know, 5 years after the fact.
Yeah.
Did I make the right decision? Because that previous 5 years until that old man sat there and told me that previous 5 years, I was like, heck yeah, man, peace of mind. You know, I'm living a better home life.
I got
balance,
a lot of things paid off.
I got all kinds of cool stuff going. I'm good, no worries. And he goes, but if you would have stayed, you'd have been retired in 20 years. At this time, it was in 20 years.
Yeah.
I was like, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. You can always look back and go, wow, you know,
What I could have, should have.
if I had to drop that 10G on that hot rod, you know, and
If
then,
I just would have got in on Bitcoin.
yeah, if I'd have took that 10G and bought some Bitcoin, I'd be rocking it now.
No, hell, I got me a
Got a nice old hot rod that
that
doesn't
won't
run
run
anymore. Wheels falling off of it.
I can't
Paint's,
find the headers for it.
can't find. Yeah, took it apart 4 years ago and still ain't found all the parts to put it back together again.
But it was totally worth it.
Yeah, totally worth
It's
it.
that
But you
investment.
know, here's the deal. A lot of things, people buy things, and you look at the things that you buy and you go, okay. After you bought it and you bring it home, you look at it, you know, you used it or whatever it is, and then you kind of go, boy, this was totally not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, I bought a food processor one time.
Buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse, exactly. I bought a food processor one time. And so when you get your new food processor, first thing you're going to do is you're going to process everything there is in the house.
Yeah. Just be grinding stuff up.
Yeah, you take even, you know, dried spaghetti and put it in there and make spaghetti powder that gets soft instantly so you can add it to something. You know, you just do everything. You shred lettuce. You just go crazy with this thing. All right? Then the next thing you know, 4 years from now, you run across it in the cabinet moving some stuff around and go, man, I remember that food processor.
You be shredding up.
Well, I paid like $90 for that.
Jacob, give me that old shoe.
Yeah.
Where's that pair of old boots?
Yeah, go right on.
It's a shredded leather.
That's right.
What are you gonna do with that leather? I might make a jacket out of it.
That's right.
You don't know.
I might do something.
I can sew some fringe on my welding shirt.
Yeah. So.
I need a food processor. You still got that bad boy?
But yeah.
But you're right though, man. It's that buyer's remorse. Yeah. You know. So I mean, but anyway. All right. Now let me ask you this question, since you're in the question asking mood.
Yeah.
What have you done, or what do you consider adventurous? Now, you've
Me,
done
I
some
consider
adventurous
something
stuff.
adventurous when I get to raise the door and air up the tires on my lawnmower and it fires right up and I get to mow the lawn.
All right, then you fall right into what I was fixing to get at, because
Yeah.
we talk about adventurous things. You've done adventurous things. You float underwater, lit things on fire.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in a ship that's like a bunch of sardines.
Yeah.
You've been in the ocean.
You know,
and all that.
I've been way up high walking on a piece of I-beam. You know, I've done a lot of stuff.
We've done a lot of
adventure.
adventurous.
you
We've done
know that-
adventurous things. I told my
To me,
wife
that
how
was
she
a job.
We've done adventurous things. I told my wife how she really looked at the dress.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that didn't turn out too good.
That was
did it?
adventurous.
Yeah, it really turned into an adventure.
You were talking about staring down in the eyes of you ever seen when the great white shark is fixing to attack
Yeah.
and the little lids flip over?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, that's what happens. I don't know if you know that about women. But that's what happens.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Jacqueline that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Woo!
I'm just kidding. I never said that.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of like that question, that old famous question. You get, how do I look in this dress? And you go,
Yeah.
and let her interpret that.
No, you don't let her interpret that. Anyway, but all right. So we're talking about adventurous things because
Right.
I've been overseas, dude. I've swam in the Mediterranean. Not really. I put my foot in it,
Yeah.
but because we couldn't swim, we had to get back on and fly to Baghdad. But either way, I stuck my foot in the Mediterranean.
Right.
But I did check for all wounds because I didn't trust it. It looked kind of dirty.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Adventurous. A new survey.
Uh-huh.
They looked at what qualifies as an adventure now that we've all been cooped up for a year.
Uh-huh.
And some of them are pretty iffy whether or not it's adventurous. Like, I don't know, airing up the tires on your lawnmower and getting it to
Hey,
start.
what are you talking about? That's an adventure, man.
So here's the list of things that we now consider adventurous after a year of COVID.
Okay.
All right. Trying a food that's spicier than it used to be.
Okay.
Staying up past your normal bedtime.
No.
We did that 3 days in a row, bro.
3 days in a row. Last night was catch-up night, buddy.
Dude, my wife was taking a nap. Like, she's not taking a nap. I'm like, it's 6.
Yeah.
She's like, I know, I'll be back up here in a little bit. I was like, you might as well just go to bed at this point.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. How about this? Choosing a new book to read.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's something. Ordering from a new restaurant. You can't really do it in Ballinger too much, which, by the way, we do have a couple, though. We have that Boost. I don't know the name of it. And the Red Shack. Both kind of across from each other.
Right.
You know,
they're
Boost,
open,
yeah,
aren't they?
They're both of them are open, yeah. I think
Yeah.
one of them, I think the Red Shack only opens like Friday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or something like that. So anyway, so there you go. You can order from any restaurant.
There you go.
In Ballinger, no, this don't. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Depends where you're at in Ballinger. This one totally applies because I've done it my whole life. Taking the long way home. Now in Ballinger, it depends where you're at because there's a couple ways to get back from the lake.
Well, yeah, there's 2 or 3 ways to
You
get
can
back.
take the long way home.
Well,
You can take the
actually,
straight way.
actually when you come out the Lake Drive, there's only 3 ways. You can turn left, you can turn right, or you can go straight.
Well, but I can come in on Broad
If you
Highway.
if you go straight and it rained, you better have 4-wheel drive.
That's right. It's rough out that way.
That's it.
All right, let me see here. Watching a new TV show or movie. That's number 3. Whew.
Yeah.
Getting crazy up in here.
Yeah, Jacqueline and I watched the movie the other night.
Number 2. This is we're getting nuts. Eating outside. Slow down.
Man.
Y'all gonna hurt somebody being that adventurous.
Woo, no, and you thought I wasn't adventurous
And
mowing the lawn.
finally, according to 40% of the people surveyed at the Delaware Mall last Sunday, trying a new recipe is now considered the most adventurous thing you can do after COVID.
Okay. You know, I just that whole COVID.
Remember when adventurous
that
used to
whole
be
COVID
go
thing
sneaking
just
up on a
wears
line and thumping it in the ear?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Or be like
adventurous.
that. Be like that monkey with that stick in his hand. That lion's over there sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's adventurous.
What do you think you're doing? His buddies are back there going, "Hey, yo, bro."
When we were kids, dude, the adventure was riding down the park hill with no brakes. It seriously was. It was like, all right, you've been down the park hill. You've lived here long enough. You understand the amount of velocity you could pick up on a BMX.
Dude, you'd be running 100 times you get to the bottom.
The thing was, the trick was to not use your brakes no matter how scared you got, because you had an option. You had a point of no return.
Right.
Because at some point you're coming up on an intersection.
Right.
And then there used to be all kinds of dirt and debris in the road after that. So boy, how brave was you?
Yeah.
You know, and that was
Ooh,
one of the deals.
Yeah, I can see all that skid marks and stuff in it.
Yeah.
What have they been doing? They've been driving down the hill without their brakes.
You go down that park hill, you will meet terminal velocity. You know, which if guys don't know what terminal velocity is, that's as fast as anything in motion can possibly go.
Right. Whatever you're in.
Yeah, whatever you're in.
Till parts and pieces start peeling off.
So,
yeah.
I mean, those are adventures, and now we're like, I think we're making it outside. Whoa, Karen, calm down.
Yeah.
Whoa. Do you really want to eat outside? A little scary.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not though. In Texas, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you know something kind of adventurous would be like what Vin Diesel in that one movie. You know, when the airplane's destroying itself on the way to the ground, and he jumps out of a burning up, trashed out airplane.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'd be pretty adventurous. First off, I think the adventurous part would be to get to that point. Because I've done been out of that.
I got shot at a couple of times or 1,000, and I didn't deem that adventurous.
Yeah.
I did that puckerish. I mean, it was time to
look for something to get under.
Yep, time to look. We out.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what is your COVID adventure? You know, and when we read these kind of things, you know, what it is, in my opinion, these surveys were taken not in Texas or not in rural Texas.
Right.
Because we have not been as locked down as everybody.
No.
So there you go. There's according to probably the East Coast, more than likely.
Right.
According to the East Coast, the most adventurous thing that you could do prior or after COVID was trying a new recipe. All right.
That's right.
We're going to take us a break. You are listening to the Jeff and Landy Morning Show, being brought to you by Ballinger Home Health and Hospice. 3-time second place winner of Personality of the Year. Unfortunately, they don't give second place trophies. And unfortunately, the winner is stronger than us.
Yeah, we tried to get it.
So anyway, we have some cool things happening we're going to discuss here in the 8 o'clock hour. Got some interesting stuff about the mass shooting out there in Boulder. Tragedy that it is. I want to put that out there right now. Make sure people understand.
A little investigating?
Well, it's not. It's investigating it to a degree of what is main. There's two versions, or there was initially, and there may still continue to be two versions to that shooting. One presented by the mainstream media, and one presented by what really happened. Same thing happened in Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. Got that going on. What else we have? Governor Cuomo, embattled Governor Cuomo. Well, there's a story out that maybe perhaps he gave his brother priority in the vaccine line. Remember, this is also the same governor that removed his parents from nursing homes before he implemented
COVID people to go to nursing homes.
Exactly. Same
Dude.
Scumball governor. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Plus, Biden's going to have a press conference today. Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, that should be a train wreck.
I got it. Oh, it's time to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll talk about that in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll see you guys here in a bit.
Bye, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, in case you're just joining us and you missed our announcement, I feel like I need to tell you again, unfortunately, we lost Tommy Turney last night. He passed away. So it's kind of, if we're a little stepping through things, it's kind of awkward, and we apologize, but it's just shocking. He was a young man, and all.
That's right.
It's sad.
Left behind a wife and 2 kids, man. Good people.
Yeah, and
y'all think about him today. Say a prayer for him, please. We're just trying to get it done, So what's all going on? What's all going on this morning, folks?
That right there, because somebody was listening.
What happened here?
Read it.
I'm playing and you don't wear
dresses. No, read it. Wow. No, just read her first message to me. Right there. That was it. I had it pulled up.
I'll never wear a dress around you again.
No, one more up.
Ooh.
She said, wow.
Yeah, wow. I'll never wear a dress around you again. You don't wear dresses.
Well, she doesn't.
I used to. Well, she don't wear a dress around you because you're always trying to get up under her dress.
I know.
Head gum, Jeff. I wasn't going to say that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's right, Catherine. Prayers to the family. Rudy Galvan, good morning, cuz. What's up?
Mark Piven.
Morning,
he said, what about changing jobs, moving 300 miles, and buying a house? Is that adventurous? Yeah, that is adventurous, bro. Oh,
Jeff, buy CIDM stock, whatever that is.
It's stock.
Yeah.
Jeff can't buy nothing.
Yeah. Well, y'all.
Jeff's working on another investment right now, and I'm trying to save all my monies for her. And not the Bronco.
Right. And not the Bronco.
Oh, yeah. What else going on, people? Good morning to you. Hope your day is going well. It's already Thursday because me and Landy took an extended vacation.
Yeah. Well, Monday and Tuesday. Yeah.
We was working.
I didn't know whether that a vacation or not, man. I'm tired.
Dude, we was working.
Dude, I slept good last night, finally.
That's right.
Night before last, I was too tired. When I went to bed, I was tired. When I woke up, I was tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
last night, went to bed early, and which 6:30, 7 o'clock, which is my normal time. Sun's about to go down. I'm about to go down too.
Yeah, coming right behind it.
Yeah. And sun went down. I was in bed, did a little reading last night, and fell asleep early. Alarm went off this morning. I was like, no!
Well,
Do you ever feel like that when the alarm goes off?
Yes, I did this morning. I pushed my alarm back 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I didn't even play. Like I didn't hit snooze. I literally went into my alarm and changed it for 20 more minutes because I feel like I needed that 20 extra minutes.
Did you change it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you hit snooze, it's 9 minutes. Why is it 9 minutes?
I don't know.
Why is it not
There's
10
got to
minutes?
be some scientific factor behind
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
But because just about the time you're ready to doze off,
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they did a study. They did a study years ago where the average person falls asleep in 10 minutes.
yeah,
You know, and so they
So they
say,
said-
we'll get it at 9.
that's right. We'll hit you at 9.
I'd have been a dick and been like 9:45.
Right.
Right when you get to that
9:58.
So I walk in this morning
Yeah.
and it is dark in the house.
At home?
Yes.
When everybody's supposed to be up
So
rolling
I get up, take my shower, do my thing, come up here, do my thing, go back,
to get everybody.
and I pick up the
Youngin.
youngster who goes out to off at ISD and drop him off at the Stripes and come back to work.
Right.
There we go. And usually when I walk in that door, you can hear a TV fighting,
Stuff rustling.
screaming,
Yeah.
You know,
Shoes coming down the
my
hall.
wife yelling at people,
Yeah.
or saying, "I don't care, get in the shower." You
Yeah.
know, something. I walked in this morning, nothing. I was like, oh. I thought, well, maybe, usually what happens is my wife will be in the shower, she'll wake the boys up, and then she'll be in the shower, and then, you know, they'll
Go back to sleep.
Yeah. Well, no, I could hear the fan running in our bedroom. Because,
Yeah.
we got to have that fan.
Yeah.
You know, when it was freezing outside, we had the fan on.
No.
Yeah, because we had that.
No. I take the blade off.
So I
of
was
it.
like, oh shoot, she missed her alarm. Anyway, and I have a confession to make. Every morning before I leave, I go to her side of the bed and I kiss her and I say, I love you, bye. Okay? And I was behind this morning, so her alarm went off at 6. Well, it went off a couple of seconds. I thought she heard it, so
Dude. Oh, Jessica.
and I didn't realize it until earlier. I was like, oh crap, that was probably me.
Oh, no.
In my defense, it went off. I just shut it up before she snapped out of the sleepy time.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
and given that with the dress comment I just made, which she heard, by the way,
Oh, no.
anybody have anywhere I can stay for the night?
Yeah, y'all got extra, I don't know, patio furniture or something he can borrow?
No, I can't do patio furniture fat.
Yeah,
Yeah. No way, no.
yeah.
I break wicker.
That's
And weathered plastic. Will not get around weathered plastic.
yeah. You in so much deep doo-doo.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
Yeah, you may never ever. Yeah, you put her behind this morning, she's gonna kill you.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh no, but one thing about it, you know for a fact she's listening, right?
Well, I did, yes. Today,
So-
yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, she was definitely listening.
Mark says, I got a little blue shed you can move into.
Oh, I know, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna. What about that blue shed?
It'll be temporary. Oh no. I've learned to keep my hands off Jacqueline's alarm clock. Rochelle, you can sleep in my garage with my cats.
I thought I was doing her a favor.
Yeah, you wasn't doing her no favor.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
I was hurting the situation. Oh, I thought that was her.
She coming for you, bro.
I was like, ah!
Yeah. You ain't scared.
Help me, Landy, help me.
Hey, Gary.
Round 2.
Round
What's
two.
happening, Gary?
Not much here, y'all.
Doing
All
all
right,
right.
man.
All 4 of these ports back here being used on this wireless internet.
They are.
Is there one that can be taken loose for just a little bit?
Yeah, is there one that goes to, I guess a streaming computer would work.
Which one's the streaming
This
computer?
computer here. So if there's one that goes that way, let me
Let's see. If that monitor over here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here, undo this one because that one I can pick up Wi-Fi on the computer. It was just hard lined right now, and I'm not sure it's really hard lined. So
Okay.
you can use that one.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the problem with that EAS in there.
It's because it's here at KRUM.
Yeah, probably. But
Because for all rock, you're gonna find a problem.
everything goes wrong.
Yes, sir. If it ain't, then we're probably not up and running anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get the people from Sage on the phone here in a minute, but I want to be sure that it's not an internet problem getting to the internet.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I told you before. I'm not sure which cord goes there, but
I tell you.
I removed that one right there, and I'm hoping that wasn't the one that goes to that. So you can do one of two things.
Okay.
You can plug that one back in, take that red one, and there's two little dilly whoppers hanging off the wall over here, where the Cat 5 clicks in, and one of those may be routed back up. But I swear, I thought that was happening before I did that. So
Okay.
you see those two Cat 5 connectors?
Yeah, I don't have a.
Well, down there, there's like where.
Oh, these things. Okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I've got one that's not connected. That's where that red line came from. So, and there's a chance that bad boy is running back through and over.
Okay.
But I thought that was happening before, but maybe not.
There's a blue cable back here. Let me get it because it's longer than the one I've got here, and I'll try that and see.
Well, like you just plug that red one back in and take that red one at the end of it and run it back over there. That puts it back to what it was forever. And then, like I said, I don't know.
I'll see that red one would go to your.
Right, but it normally doesn't.
It wasn't here. It was plugged in
over there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so I tell you what, let's just put that back. Let's put that back right now. Make sure that I didn't cause this problem.
Okay. Does your laptop should pick up Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it does. But there were some days where we had some low issues, and so I wired it up to direct.
Okay.
Because I thought one of these lines here goes to the front of the building, and I don't need anything up there, so I might have grabbed the wrong one.
Okay.
Oh shit! There's two of them disconnected. We'll try it, and then I'll move it over to the next one if that doesn't work.
Okay. Let me get that blue one and I'll get into it.
Yeah, check. Now you can check it and see.
I'll have to reboot it.
All right. If that doesn't work, it doesn't connect it. We'll do it one more time with the other port.
Okay.
All right. And then that'll isolate that. It'd be funny. He'd been here like 3 times because it's a problem I caused. But I told him last time I did that. I don't think he picked it up last time.
Yeah.
He was here. I don't think it registered with him. And that's what it was. You got to roll skid steer back.
Well, he just reset that machine and that red light ain't flashing on that top machine.
That's the EAS, emergency alert system. He's got to reboot it, and what happened is when that red light goes solid, that means it's got a feed.
So when it was flashing,
it's telling you there's a problem.
Right. Well, I can't see any part. I can't see but about that much of the end of the machine, and that's where that red light was flashing.
Yeah, it ain't on yet. I know my poor wife. Y'all pray for her.
Yeah.
She's got to deal. Like I said, our wives, their eyes have got to be so sore this week, probably for all the damn eye rolls that we got.
And squinting. Squinting at us.
You know what's funny? I'm sore right here, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But I got to thinking. Probably because you know how many freaking hands I shook.
Oh, we shook a bunch of hands.
I mean, you think I'm kidding?
We shook
but I'm sore.
Dude, we shook a bunch of hands. The light's solid.
Look at that. I bet you that's it. I bet you if I disconnect, I need to label that port EAS so I know that that's the one.
Well, red wire EAS.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll forget one day and I'll pull it out. Well, no, I won't because that's the only one going that direction.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny that he's been dying to figure this thing out, and that's all it was. To be honest with you, though, I mean, I ain't trying to create nobody, but I'd have tried the internet connection a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
You always started something simple like the
check
on and off switch.
Pretty much, right?
The on and off switch is on, and you still don't have any power.
Oh, Gary don't watch the show. He'd be mad.
Go to the plug and check the breaker.
My thing is this: if you don't have internet, maybe you ought to check the feed.
Yeah.
To make sure you're getting internet. It's like when you don't have power, you go check the plug, right?
Right.
And you plug something else into that plug, and if that plug has power, then you know the problem is like the other day. Very easy. Anybody in the world can do it. Troubleshooting situation.
Right.
Got a shop vac, a little tiny one.
Yeah.
Plugged it into an extension cord. Plugged it into the cord in the wall.
Right.
Right. And it's an exterior plug that I put in.
Right.
So it's not. I mean, whatever. All right. No worky. Okay. I walk back to the plug.
It's plugged in.
Unplug it. It's plugged in. I unplug it.
Plug it in the other one.
And then I plug the other one. Try it. No work. I unplug it. I grab something close to me and plug it in. That works. Okay. We got power. So I disconnect the extension cord off of it and walk back with my
Shop vac.
Plug it in. Still no working. So problem. Shop vac.
Right.
It's not the extension cord that wasn't powered to the
Or
plug.
the switch.
Or the switch. So yeah.
Shop vac or the switch.
Which sucks because all I did to that shop vac was it was real dirty because it had cleaned a lot of baby powder and stuff up, and it had white all over it. So it was unplugged, and I washed it. Now, not a lot.
I'll tell you, it's a switch. I'll bet you $100 it's a switch.
But it was working before I washed it. But but I never plugged it in while it was wet. It set for the whole time we were gone.
Right.
And
you shouldn't plug it in while it's wet.
No, exactly. I know better than that.
Yeah.
But it's a shop vac, and so I thought I could take a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And then I let it dry, and now it no working.
No working.
Bastard.
Yeah.
I'll pull that plug out so I can't just
bypass it.
Yeah, bypass the switch.
Or I tell you what, before you pull the plug out of it, spray some WD-40 on the plug, and then go to
on the switch, make your connection.
Yeah, see if it's and then while it's plugged in.
Wow, it's working. But it's been doing. I mean, that problem's been there longer though than that. It's been down for a while. I'm gonna say anyway. All right. Well, anyway, yep. So I'm in debts to the wife.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Worse things could happen.
My debt my national husband debt probably rivals the national debt of America. $1.3 trillion.
You checked your emails yet?
Well, like
no, scared.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll tell you how my poor wife has to deal with me. Like last night, she says she wasn't feeling well. We were talking about something, and I let her know that somebody's wife passed away because she had congestive heart failure. And it kind of shook her up a little bit because, you know, she hasn't been feeling well. And I said, just go. Me as a man, this is what I'm thinking, right? We'll go to the doctor. Run all the tests. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that came out insensitive. You know? I just meant, look, you don't just tell them. Make them run every damn test available to figure things out. You know? Shit. But yeah, and I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just meant, you know, go get it done. So yeah. We started out rough. I gotta go buy like a flower. Maybe 3. We'll see. 1 or 3. Alright, what else we have going on? Hey, this is pretty cool. What kind of funeral you want, bro? Traditional? You don't want one?
Don't want one.
Want to burn you?
After I'm gone, I'm gone. Y'all don't worry about me. Throw a party or something.
I always tell the kids I want to be cremated and I want to be sprinkled in their ashes that they barbecue with.
Oh, yeah, so you can get hung up in that barbecue meat. That's what your deal is. Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of folks who, love the Viking lifestyle.
Yeah.
Well, Maine might be the first state to actually legalize a Viking funeral. So Viking funerals, as I just said, are basically illegal everywhere in the U.S. Now, there's 2 spots in Colorado where you can burn people's remains outdoors, but you're only allowed to have 12 of those a year.
Mm-hmm. Why? They probably say, I'll tell you what, I'll bet you money, I'll bet you any amount of money you want to bet. It's got to do with the EPA. Because, oh, we can't have that going up into the atmosphere. Okay, let me ask you something. How many animals die in forest fires every year?
Well, hold on.
Just go ahead and answer. Give me a question. Give me a rough answer.
Burning tires, I get. Burning plastic, I fully understand.
Yeah.
Burning all that stuff. You don't want to burn that,
No.
which we're allowed to do, by the way, in trash barrels.
Right.
However, burning a biologically built being,
Right. Shouldn't be
organic. We are organic, whether you want to know it or not. We
Yeah.
are organic.
Except for that extra stuff you got in you, like that RNA molecule off the shot.
If
But,
you leave us
just saying.
if you leave us cold and dead in the forest and nobody touches us for 40 years, guess what? We're gone.
We're gonna decay.
Yeah, because we're part
Ain't
of.
gonna be nothing left but them gold cylinders
There should be nothing
or
wrong
silver ones.
with
whatever.
burning a body.
Right. Well, but you got them people that want to jump up and down that don't have jobs, and they got plenty of time to do that, and somebody's already paying them. And
Well, now in West Texas, you don't want to burn a body like tomorrow. Because the winds are going to be 15 to 25 miles an hour.
yeah,
You got to pick a non-wind day. I mean, we don't
Right.
we
You
don't
need
need
the
a
smoke
volunteer
going
fire
straight
department.
up.
Yeah, we don't need a volunteer
Hey,
fire department hanging out with you.
What was the fire?
Oh, I don't know. I never heard.
I never heard either. Anybody hear what the fire was a couple days
Tuesday.
ago?
On Tuesday, there was a fire out by the lake. Anybody know what that was about? They had a grass fire. But anyway, apparently, though, Viking funerals, again, they're illegal, but it might be changing because Maine is considering a bill right now that would actually legalize Viking funerals and, quote, open-air cremations. The only requirements are you'd have to do them through nonprofits that have at least 20 acres of space. Maine already has the highest percentage of people picking cremation over getting buried. About 3 out of 4 people in Maine go for cremation. So if this passes, they can get cremated in a way cooler way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. If you wanted the Viking, it is something that's possible. Well, was that the problem?
Well, so far it seems to be holding. It may be. I can't on my laptop. I can't ping it. Can you try to ping it on your computer?
Yeah, what I need to do.
Go down where it says the little box where it says type in search.
Yeah.
And then put in CMD. And yeah, command prompt. Now type ping. Let's see, 192. Let's see, you need a space between ping. Okay. 192.168.
Yeah, dot.
Yeah, dot. 168.1.101. And see if it.
Okay. Enter.
Yeah, and see if it replies. Doesn't look like it's going to. No, it's timed out. Okay. Yeah, mine. I wish I didn't notice it when I bought the computer. I wish it had a connection for Cat 5 on it, but it doesn't.
Oh.
But it's that automatic light's staying lit a lot longer now than it was. It usually about 5 minutes at a time out. Now it's been about 10, or maybe a little bit longer. And so I'm gonna sit here and watch it some more.
Okay.
And that may be what it was.
Okay.
Over there.
That'd be my bad.
So see that the network cable goes down to the little hub down there on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes up and over through
Into this switch in here.
Well, it goes into the vent, and I guess it goes in there.
Yeah, there's a switch in there.
Okay, and then From there, where it goes, I don't know. But I mean, you think it'd all be the same networks because it's all going to come back to Suddenlink anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, you wouldn't get the cap test each week. But it's staying lit, and I'm gonna watch it here for a little bit.
Okay.
I got the guy on the phone from Sage yesterday and was talking to him about it, and he wanted me to call him. When I got down here, I'm gonna go ahead and call him anyway and see if he wants to run through any tests, even though the light's staying lit. And
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to. He should be able to access from his side, shouldn't he? As long as it's connected to the internet.
No, they can't.
No.
They unless it's something new, they've never been able to come into them.
Huh.
I wish they could. That way they could access it and find out and figure out what's wrong with it or anything. Because there's always something wrong with one of them someplace.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I only got about a dozen of them out there. So.
All right, well, good deal.
Well, let me go. Let's see. That switch is in his closet here.
All right, got about a minute and a half.
Top two lines still on? I mean, the two lines still on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Has this switch ever lit up? I mean, never. Okay, I see it now. I couldn't see it before. I guess it was just the way it was too close to it.
I really don't know what the hell it does.
Yeah, it's lit up now.
Still holding strong in here, though.
Good.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's better than what it was doing yesterday. I had to wait about 5 minutes to do time out and start flashing.
All right. 20, 30 seconds. Or 40.
Like an old guy now. Shit.
John Wayne, his version of the pledge for your daily dose of America here at the Jeff Landy Morning Show, being brought to you by Ballinger Home Health and Hospice, because we still love America.
That's right.
I ain't trying to cancel nobody,
That's right.
including the man himself, the Duke.
Yep.
Anyway, you want to talk about cancel. Big news happening right now. Joe Biden wants to cancel all things assault rifle. Now, Landy, I'm still, at this point in time, trying to figure out what the hell an assault rifle is.
Well, it's one of them rifles you reach over there out of the cupboard in the kitchen, and you pull that rifle out, and you grab it by the end of it, and you go.
That's salt. That's fresh ground Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Which, by the way, has like 40% less salt in it.
I thought that was assault rifle.
No.
It's not assault rifle.
No, nobody knows. It's like this.
I've never been assaulted. I've never been assaulted by an assault rifle.
Assault rifle. You have a handful of them.
Yeah.
They ain't never jumped up at you and just smacked you.
No. Never have had
You've
one.
never been taken out by an assault rifle.
Never have
just
had
been hit
one.
by one.
Never have had one.
Well, do you own one? You don't even know what one is. Are you sure? Maybe
I don't
you don't.
know.
There's one bad apple spoils the bunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, look, watch. You see this?
Yeah.
What is this?
That's hand sanitizer.
If I throw this hand sanitizer at you, what does it become?
Salt hand sanitizer.
That's right.
That's a salt hand sanitizer.
If you hit me with the headphones, that becomes assault headphones.
That's right. If you hit me with a car, that's assault with a car.
Right.
You know, is
okay.
You know,
now,
assault is an adjective. Okay, it means there's an action going on.
Right.
And in my personal opinion, I don't think there's no action happening. Whose phone's ringing?
No, it's in there. It's not mine.
It ain't my phone.
So anyway.
Yeah, phone.
Well, Biden is talking about he wants an immediate ban on assault rifles in large capacity.
Yeah.
clips, magazines. All right, now here's the thing. Now, he says all this because of what happened. Because of what happened in Boulder, Colorado.
Right.
Now, what happened in Boulder, Colorado was a tragic event. And it was perpetrated by a sick individual.
Right.
We need to understand that. Nothing more, nothing less. This doesn't, to me, this doesn't go back towards we got to ban all rifles and assault rifles and magazines and any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I've got some interesting facts which we'll get to, but I want to start with this. Because this is, I think, one of the more dangerous aspects of what's going on in America. Because I got stats to show you, it's not mass shootings.
Well, that's true.
But one of the most dangerous things that's happening right now is Twitter and the woke people of Twitter.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that guy talking about woke.
Let me go ahead and read you some tweets that
ahead,
came out. Because remember I told you, there's different versions of the story.
Yeah.
There's the mainstream media version, and then actually the version of actually what happened.
Right.
Now the mainstream media version, before I jump into the tweets, was immediate. They hear about the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They finally see a light-skinned male being removed from the store in handcuffs.
Uh-huh.
Boom, suspect. So what does the mainstream media do? White male,
Supremacist.
crazy white male.
Yeah.
Another white man has killed people.
Mm-hmm.
Another white man.
Yeah, they always
Toxic white masculinity, just like in Georgia, has killed people.
Yeah.
Mina Harris, who is the niece of Comical.
Yeah.
Comical Harris.
Nina, yeah.
She tweeted out initially, the Atlanta shooting was not even a week ago. Violent white men are the greatest terrorist threat to our country.
Yeah. You want to really believe that?
How many people died in 9/11, Landy?
About 30,000. About 3,000.
And was that perpetrated by white American men?
No, it was not.
So maybe at this point, it may not be the most.
How about the airplane that went down in the middle of nowhere?
Mm-hmm.
Was that done by a white male?
I don't know.
How about the airplane that hit the Pentagon? Was that done by a white person?
Well,
how about the subway bombings over in England? Was that done by a white person?
I'm not even blaming their culture. I'm just
let's
saying, why are we laying it out?
Yeah,
thick?
you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes.
If you don't know all the information, shut up.
Well, that's what happened. They went out there and they fired it off at the hip.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but they said, here we are.
She probably got some big hips.
Then Mina Harris came on back and she said, here, I deleted a previous tweet about the suspect in the Boulder shooting. This has got to be the worst apology tweet I have ever read, by the way. I'll start over. I'm quoting Mina Harris. I deleted the previous tweet about the suspect in the Boulder shooting. I made an assumption based on him being taken into custody alive, and the fact that the majority of mass shootings in the U.S. are carried out by white men.
Oh, really?
Liar.
She don't know what. She's never read any statistics.
She's a liar, and I'll tell you. You want to know? I got you a stat.
Give me some
I got you a stat.
Give me a stat.
According to massshooting.info.
Yeah.
All right. There have been 120 mass shootings from 1982 to 2021.
Right.
50% have been perpetrated by white individuals.
Uh-huh.
50% non-white individuals.
Okay.
That is pretty much right down the racial distribution in America. You know what that tells me?
There's 50% of crazies on the white side and 50% crazies on the other side.
Anybody can and will perform a mass shooting.
Yeah, if you're not mentally stable, then you're liable.
By the way, if you're wondering what a mass shooting is part, it's force. It's defined by 4 people or more. 4 people injured or killed during a shooting or more is considered a mass shooting.
This, in the first place, you want to. It doesn't take more laws on guns. Let's be realistic. Let's just make one law, okay? That if you use a firearm in any type of incident, okay, you will be immediately, taken out to a tree with a short rope and a long fall.
Don't care who you
It don't
are.
care who you are. Doesn't matter who your daddy is. Doesn't matter who your mama
Doesn't
is.
matter where you were born.
Don't matter where you're born.
What you believe in.
What country you're from. It doesn't matter. If you use a gun and make it public so everybody can see it, right?
Right.
And then the next time somebody hears of a guy saying, "Man, I'm fixing to go rob 7-Eleven. I got my 9mm." Dude says, "Yo, bro, you better take a spoon."
Interesting fact about that 9mm in the shootings from 1982 to 2021. Guess what the most popular weapon was during those mass shootings?
9mm.
Handguns.
Yep.
So same thing. Handguns.
Right.
Not long rifles.
Handguns.
Not these mythical assault rifles. Not ARs, which are Armalite.
Well, did you hear? I can't find out where it is, but there's a rumor going around that Biden contacted a law enforcement agency and said, "You need to go make unwarranted house invasions to pick up rifles,
I've seen it. I don't know.
assault rifles."
You know, I've seen that, and I haven't had a chance to look through it and find out if
And I
if
can't.
that's the case.
But you know that doesn't sound like out of the norm.
Right. Well, and so what this does, though, is this, again, I go back to the perpetuated myth that white is evil at this point in time.
Do they know where this guy was from?
Well, Amy Siskin, all right, she's another, like, financier. She's a powerful woman. She tweeted the shooter was taken into custody. In other words, it was almost certainly a white man. And she put, again, if he were black or brown, he would already be dead. Is what she said.
Oh.
And then she comes back and says, after it comes out, that the man is a Syrian refugee.
Right.
Who's also, by the way, an Al Qaeda a sympathizer to radical Islam.
Right.
It's the one faculty or the one faction. I can't remember who it is, but he's a sympathizer.
Right.
Okay. The man was also not right in the head.
Right.
He was a crazy person. Anyway, so she comes back and says, after all this has come out,
Yeah.
let's mourn the victims but not glorify the killer with attention by having his name widely known. Now, I'm not going to give you his name because I don't want to glorify him like anybody listens, but he's a Syrian refugee.
Yeah.
Who grew up in America. You know what? And he's a naturalized citizen of America.
Right.
He was. And he did it. They did it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, which goes to show you that anybody.
Anybody.
From 82 to 2021, it is 50-50.
Right.
Which is right down the racial divide in America already.
Right.
You know? And so that tells you that anybody can do it, not just a specific gender or race.
Right.
And this is ridiculous that that's where we're at right now. We go back to Georgia.
Right.
Where that man killed all the Asian ladies because he said it was to remove temptation from his life.
Yeah.
But
he's nuts.
He was a white man with a long rifle.
He's nuts.
What'd they do? They said it's racism. We're getting to the point now where they're going to consider racism any crime that a white person commits against a person of color, regardless of motive,
is racism.
Will be considered a hate crime. There is zero proof to prove that this man
what about
performed a hate crime. Look, he needs to burn anyway. I'm not defending him at all.
No.
He needs to burn one way or the other.
That's right.
And you hook him to the chair and hit the switch so he quits twitching.
That's right.
All right, the man confirmed something horrible. But let's not make a political stance on a tragedy.
Right. Well,
It wasn't hate related.
Get a rope, get a TV camera, and say, this is what happens when you use a firearm in a crime. There.
Right.
You know, and put it on TV, let everybody see it, because, you know, then everybody realizes that, you know, this is not going to be a good idea. You know, because all they're doing is sensationalizing this.
That's all they're doing, and they're trying to fit their narrative and their agenda.
They're trying to bring this up. They're trying to sensationalize it. When legal, sane, common sense, ordinary people that own firearms are going, dude, this messed up.
And we need to remember, handguns, number one,
right
behind most mass shootings, which are considered 4 or more people.
Right.
Now, there are 7 mass shootings that have happened. The Pulse nightclub, or recently, the Pulse nightclub shooting, Virginia Tech shooting, San Bernardino attack, the Fort Hood shooting,
right,
NYC truck attack, the Boston bombing,
right,
the marathon,
yeah,
the Binghamton shooting. I think that was a business there in California. Every one of those shootings, none of them were perpetuated
yeah,
by a white male. as the media would love for you to believe,
Oh, yeah.
because we are the devil. Now, also, and I brought up the Georgia shooting, and I'll end on this. Got some stats in the last 2 years, 2021, involving crimes against Asians.
Yeah.
Remember, because it's crime against Asians.
Right.
Did you also realize that now what's trending is Asian lives matter and Latino lives matter?
Yeah.
And Black lives matter?
Yeah.
So
Where's WLM?
what are you telling me?
Where's WLM at?
We don't want that because all lives matter.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Heck, here's the thing. Every one of the victims at the Boulder shooting were white. Because you know why? He sought out white people.
Right.
Because he had he believed that the racism was so thick in his life that the white people were the devil. So he went out and canceled 7 of them.
There you go.
Anyway, so I'll end on this stat right here. In 2020, violent crime against Asians,
right,
14% was committed by white people, 68% by black. In 2021, 23% white, which was an uptick. Not good. We need to stop all this. 62% black.
Everybody needs to stop killing people. I mean,
just violent, hurting people over race.
Yeah. Why do you want to bring?
I just bring that point up too, to show that look.
Why don't you walk up with a 6-pack and whip an old boy with, okay, we're going to start this. I get 3, you get 3. Last man standing.
There you go. I don't know, man. It's just,
what is the deal?
It's a crazy narrative with the world we live in right now, and the narrative is white man bad.
Yeah.
We was born bad. Our laws are bad. Our traditions are bad. We have built a world of hate and racism, and we are just wallowing in it like a bunch of white hogs.
Yeah.
And that's not true. None of this needs to happen. I don't care what color you are.
Right.
You know. So anyway, y'all, it's going to keep rolling out. I mean, just be prepared for it. See what else is happening. Speaking of that, speaking of the assault rifle ban that he's shooting for, Biden's going to be giving his first press conference today.
Hey, I saw him on the radio the other day. He was walking from an airplane to some microphones, and he was. I mean, this was recorded. I saw it. There were people out there with microphones hollering at him, asking questions. He turned around and walked back to a microphone, and his hand went through the microphone.
Oh, like it wasn't there?
Like a hologram.
Well, him or the microphone?
Well, when his hand went through the microphone, you saw his hand go all the way through the microphone, so it was like the microphone wasn't there or his hand wasn't there. One or the other.
Huh.
But that doesn't happen. You can't move your hand through a solid object.
Right.
Okay, and I saw that, and I was like, man, I'm going to look at that again. I looked at it 2 or 3 times. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What's
Who
up
knows?
with this?
Who knows?
Is this all a hologram?
Maybe.
Wait a minute.
Are we
what's up
living in
with
the
this?
Matrix?
Yeah. We got
Maybe
the Matrix.
we're the holograms.
Maybe the holograms has got us.
Maybe that was just a glitch in the Matrix.
Well, let's call them holograms.
Holograms.
Yeah,
that's
we're
what we're
gonna-
used to. That's one of those like, time for dinner.
Yeah.
That's a hologram.
That's a hologram.
So anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Well, now he's giving his little speech or his press conference. First time we'll take open questions. But do you realize that this has been put on now for 2 weeks, and they had asked reporters to submit their questions beforehand to Mr. Biden?
Well, what's up with that?
Dude, what kind of fun is that for a reporter? That ain't how it works.
No.
I ask you a question, you don't know what's coming, bro. You have to react to it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see if old Sniffy Joe can think on his feet, because I
Yeah.
don't think he can.
Right.
Hey, but I'm willing to be proved wrong, because listen, I'd rather have Sniffy Joe than old Comical.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know. Also happening.
I'd
this
rather
week,
have Sniffy Joe than the
Also happening this week, they answered.
gardening tool.
They let go several White House staffers and people because of previous marijuana use. You want to talk about hypocrisy?
Well, what about Comical Harris? Doesn't she say that?
Oh, bro, she went on like Rolling Stone and was talking
Yeah,
about how
was-
she used to get high in high school with Snoop Dogg and Tupac
Oh, yeah.
before like they were even a thing, because she's that old.
Yeah.
But
well,
she was trying to act all cool and like
Yeah.
high-fiving people.
Yeah.
But she's cool. They just mean that other people couldn't do it.
Wait a minute. Wait. So she can, but they can't?
Yes. And that's it.
Did they get fired for it?
Yes.
But she can go ahead and smoke it.
Or yes.
So she's not gonna get fired?
No.
Huh.
She's also been put in charge of the border crisis, by the way. Joe Biden has delegated that to her.
Well,
so we'll see how that goes because it's going
Sister,
so
you
well
ain't
right
doing
now.
you ain't doing too good.
All right,
You're
now,
a joke.
Now we brought up the Cuomo brothers. Everybody knows who they are. One of them's a slimeball governor. The other one's a slimeball anchor.
Right.
Well, working for CNN.
Right.
Well, apparently though, CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, he's conveniently off work this week because he finds himself swept up in another scandal involving, guess who? His slimeball brother. Remember, his brother, Andrew Cuomo?
Yeah.
Responsible for 15,000 New Yorkers' deaths.
Well, when
has 8 open charges of sexual misconduct against him. Two of them have law enforcement being investigated.
The guy that moved the COVID people to the nursing homes?
Yeah, the ones that...
After...
The guy who moved...
After he pulled his parents out of the nursing home?
This is the same governor who removed either his mom, I think maybe it was just his mom, I'm not sure, who removed his one or both of his parents from a nursing home before he told, we're talking days.
Yeah.
Before he had them move in COVID positive patients into the nursing homes. That's the same Cuomo we're talking about. That's Governor.
Yeah.
Governor Chief.
Get him, everybody.
Well, the Albany Times-Union newspaper reported late Wednesday that high levels of New York's Department of Health were directed by the governor and the state health commissioner, Dr. Howard Zucker, to conduct prioritized coronavirus testing on the governor's relatives, as well as influential people with ties to the administration.
What?
Members of Cuomo's family included his brother, his mama, and at least one of his sisters were also tested by top health department officials. Some several times. Yeah.
Huh. I don't wonder why.
Yeah. Now, what's unclear, though, is whether Chris Cuomo himself, CNN, or the New York State taxpayers actually funded the test.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a hypothetical question. If you had the COVID virus, right?
Right.
And you survived it, and it's documented, and the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we have that, what was that study from Sweden or one of the states for the last
Denmark.
8 months? Denmark. Yeah. And they studied the COVID people that had the vaccine, that had the virus, that 8 months later their antibodies had not decreased by a measurable amount.
Yes.
Okay, that means you're still strong in what you got going on.
Yes,
8 months. 8 months
later, you still have immunity. It's comparative to the Spanish flu.
Okay, here's my question. See if you can hang on to this. Why do I gotta get this virus shot? Haven't had it.
Don't know.
What's up with that?
Why are you gonna double up on immunity?
Why you trying to give you a shot when you done had the illness?
Well, according to Rand Paul and in the studies that went down, like you just mentioned,
there's no point in it.
There's zero studies showing regeneration at this point. 5 to 8 months.
Yeah, 5 to 8.
And there's only been 5 documented cases. Like we've talked about before, there are plenty of people in this world like chickenpox, right? I got it as a kid. Never gonna get it again.
Right.
There are some people who, no matter what, can't even be around it because they'll still get it because that's how their physiology works.
Right.
That's just how they are.
Right.
And of course, you're going to have that variant.
That's an individual. That's an individual. And we're all individuals, so everybody's different.
That's right. We're all different. It's special in our own way.
We're all very special.
Now, finishing up on this story, in addition to the prioritized tests for his family, he also requested and required, because they were ordered, the New York State troopers to deliver said tests to the laboratory in Albany for prioritized testing. So he took.
So in other words, wait. So he's using the whole system.
Yeah.
For his own personal good.
Yeah.
At my convenience.
Yeah. They're not ours. Theirs.
And
fortunately, not ours.
For his convenience, right?
Yes.
Okay. To get so that he could get more information quicker, more quickly, whatever. Okay. What part of that is wrong?
All of it is because it's an abuse of power.
Right.
he didn't just get Ma and Pa in the
Mom
bro.
Pa Kettle, yeah.
He didn't just get old Bubba and Ma and Pa done up. He went ahead and reached out to the multi-million/billion hedge funders who support his campaign. His buddies, his Uncle Guido down the street, the guy who runs a pizzeria he grew up loving. He got all these people to test before he allowed citizens of New York to get the tests when they were brand new.
You know, that's wrong on so many different levels.
Thank God for Governor Abbott. When you want to
Yeah.
hate on Governor Abbott for whatever reason, you need to remember that at least he didn't do that.
Yep.
At least he didn't kill 15,000 people because
Right.
he was playing God.
Right.
You know. So anyway, there you go. There's what's going on with Governor Cuomo. In case you're wondering, you probably weren't, but in case you were,
Slice of pizza for you to chew on this morning.
Also, all right, we come back at the 9 o'clock hour. WWE, formerly known as WWF. Well, they are canceling some of their older things because they're a little too offensive.
They're older things.
Some of their older wrestling matches and promos they used to do back in the 80s and early 90s because they're a little too offensive. Now, I want y'all to remember, before we start talking about this, this is also the same wrestling organization, one, that prioritizes blood and violence.
Yes.
Two, in the 90s up until the early 2000s, prioritized sex. Big time.
Right.
Like, big time. Like, that's how they became so big.
Right.
Because they got a hold of them teenage boys and their hormones.
Right.
So, I'm going to preface that, but we'll talk a little more about that in the 9 o'clock hour. Also, what did you love as a kid, Landy? Just think about it. Don't answer. But what did you love as a kid that you hate now?
Growing up.
There you go. Also, got some Thirsty Thursday news. It's going to involve some adult beverages, you know what I'm saying? All of that, along with some stupid criminals, and of course, as always, some good news to end the show on. You listen to the Jeff and Landy Morning Show, being brought to you by Ballinger Home Health and Hospice. And unfortunately, though, and I do want to add this to the end of the show because we wouldn't make an announcement. We made one in the 7 o'clock hour. We lost former city manager Tommy Turney last night.
That's right.
And you guys just need to be with their family.
That's right.
Thoughts and prayers go out to their family.
That's right.
Obviously it was unexpected.
Right.
And so he did do a lot of great things in Ballinger and put us in a, he opened a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got involved because of that. And
Right.
so, and again, and we're good friends, and so I don't want to say good friends. We were friends.
Yeah.
And he up until the last time I talked to him, maybe less than a month ago,
right.
he still had Ballinger,
right.
in his heart,
right.
wanting to do right and better. So, anyway, it's an unfortunate situation,
right.
and
I'll keep him in
prayers.
prayers.
All right, we'll talk to you guys here in a bit. All right, y'all. What is up?
What's happening, y'all? Everybody doing all right?
Morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Come on, I know y'all got something to say about the gun control and the racism. Come on.
That's right. Yep. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, everybody. We know you can say something, even though it's stupid. Go ahead. Because we love crazy. Hey, everybody. What y'all got going on? Come on, hit us with something. Say something. And I don't mean say something.
Right?
I'm talking about say something.
Don't be that guy.
Say something. So,
Oh.
Say something. Something.
Something.
Yeah, something.
Well, anyway, so that's what happened with Governor Cuomo. Now I'll tell you what, a CNN producer has now come out, and they're actually asking the network to step in and stop Don Lemon's quote dangerous rhetoric. Did you ever listen to Don Lemon? He's horrible.
I don't.
He's worse than Chris Cuomo. Of course, you haven't because he on CNN. I listen to his sound bites. He is worse than Chris Cuomo. And I'll read you the story. A former CNN producer urged his former employer to step in and stop Don Lemon from, quote, offensive and, quote, dangerous rhetoric on the heels of the tragic mass shooting at Boulder.
Right.
The left-wing host said Tuesday that all Americans were at imminent risk of death during a partisan screen calling for gun control. 120 mass shootings have happened between 1982 and 2020. 120 only. You are more likely to be hit by a car, struck by lightning,
fall down, kill yourself in the bathtub,
take a vaccine and never get back up.
That's right. Take a vaccine and never get back up.
Than you would a mass shooting. Yet they get on TV and to his millions of viewers and spit this asinine rhetoric. He said, quote, this is from Don Lemon, every single one of us just playing the odds at this point. The odds are that in a country of 325 million souls that we won't be the ones who get hit by the next bullets that start flying. We won't be the ones that get that phone call about someone you love who did. That phone call that changes your life, Lemon said. As CNN's on-screen graphic matched his spoken words. So yeah, I put it up there. He said, quote, I'm again quoting Don Lemon, but with every deadly shooting in this country, the odds get worse and worse. Are you really willing to keep playing those odds? Haven't we learned after this year of a pandemic, a year of loss of life, isolation, mass death of 550,000 Americans, that life is just that precious? If not, when? When will we learn, he said. I don't want to have to say those words again. Now, as he said this, he had the long, drawn-out pause for effect.
Yeah.
Of course, right? Now, it was former CNN producer Steve Krakauer who took notice and called the rhetoric dangerous, which it is. Someone at CNN needs to step up. It's hyperbole. It is, yes, mass shootings are horrible, Landy.
They are.
But they are not an epidemic.
You know,
there are more shootings per day in Chicago than have been happening in Boulder, Colorado. Why do we care about those?
Because they don't. They don't, Jeff. They're not relevant. They're not relevant to what they want to talk about.
In woke America, why aren't we concerned about the plight of the black young man?
I'll tell you what, they're gonna wake up America, and America's waking up, and you're gonna wish we hadn't woke up. Because we're tired of it, folks. We're sick and tired of all the BS.
Yeah.
You know, it just... It strikes me funny, and I mean, I guess I'm just now catching on to this. How you can have? Go ahead, Gary.
When I plugged it in here, it's working right.
Okay.
The light wasn't flashing when it was plugged in. Well, what you did over there, but it wasn't talking to the printer, and I couldn't pull it up. I couldn't pull up the software online. And so I can pull the software up now. So I need the connection there, and then at some point we need to, I've got a wire running here, just temporary, but at some point I need to run it. I guess there's a channel there under the floor. I need to run a new cable in there.
So this red cable's bad?
No, the red cable is not necessarily bad, but it's just that wherever that is connecting to over there,
Maybe bad.
it's not seeing it. Yeah, it could be bad, but it's not seeing it. The light never did flash, but I couldn't pull it up any place.
So do we try to move over that port right there
That
to
other
the
port?
to the other port?
Yeah, see, yeah, and I couldn't pull it up. I couldn't pull up the software, that shows it everything on there, the settings and everything.
Yeah.
And here I can pull it up, and so the reason you're not getting the printouts is because I'm going to check it here in a second, but it looks like maybe the IP address may have changed on the printer again, and they do that quite often. So let me see what I've got here.
All right.
But it seems to be. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Sage. I think it's all a network problem.
I hope so. 'Cause that's cheaper.
Me too, because it wouldn't be cheap to get it fixed.
No, it won't be. Anyway, so yeah, there's that.
Okay.
I mean, what is it? 1,200 people a year die in car accidents or drunk driving accidents.
It's more than that.
Look, I'm actually. Yeah, there's Richard something.
Yeah. That's a metal flake paint job right there.
Ooh, that's purty. That is purty.
Isn't that a metal flake paint job?
All day long.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And to get those flakes on there that even, Joe's the man.
Yeah.
That dude does some good work. Man, he does some good work. You ain't gonna be able to ride that thing out in the sunshine,
You got that glasses on.
dude. Blind you.
Yep. Anyway, I don't know, y'all. What a crazy, crazy, crazy world. All right, let's see. What else we got going on? Check this out. How about we do another little look at the retro for March 25th, 1983. Now, Michael Jackson, folks don't know this. He actually did not invent the moonwalk.
No.
He came up with the name, but not the dance move. But we all can agree he perfected it and popularized it to such an omnipresent extent that no one else could do it in the future without thinking of Michael Jackson.
Right.
Not Michael, huh?
First guy that did it was what was his name? Played the guitar.
Jermaine?
No. Brought in rock and roll. First
Oh,
guy.
you talking about oh, my Purple Haze?
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, man. Jimi Hendrix did that on stage.
Well, the night that Michael Jackson debuted the moonwalk was also symbolically the night he finally and definitively separated himself from the Jackson 5. The brothers reunited for a Motown 25 event on that day in 1983 to perform together, as Jermaine had left the group and Michael was already the biggest star in the world. Which, despite his meteoric rise, however, Michael still had one foot back with the Jackson 5. When you watch the performance of the Jackson 5 at the event, you can see Michael having to hold himself back so that he wouldn't overshadow his brothers. He handles pretty much all the singing and the camera never leaves him. And then, after the Jackson 5 performance is done, Michael gets the solo spotlight to perform Billie Jean. That's when he moonwalks for the first time.
Right.
Of course, we've all seen it. If you haven't, it's pretty neat. Crowd erupts. The symbolism of him gliding away backwards across the stage and really away from the... It's crazy because, yeah, they're saying the symbolism of him gliding away backwards across the stage and really just kind of away from his original band, right? Now, this wasn't the last time the Jackson 5 would ever perform together, but it was clear they were done. They'd have one more album, and then they would actually tour together, mixing their songs and Michael's solo stuff. Really, it was Jackson's tour with his brothers along for the ride. After that, he left the group for good. There you go. A little retro for you on this day, March 25th, 1983.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. You know, I found some information right here. So I'll tell you something neat.
Tell me something neat, Landy.
The Army Corps Engineers.
Corps of Engineers.
Them some guys that know what they're doing.
They said so anyway on their shirts.
That's right. They spent $60 billion
With a B.
B with a billion. To build a wall to protect New Orleans against something that they may or may not happen. Okay? The wall of New Orleans for the flood.
Okay.
Flood wall, right?
Right.
$60 billion.
Right.
Okay? Trump, the wall on our southern border would have cost $5.7 billion to protect the entire nation.
That and again something we knew is happening.
And
Or
we
that
know it's happening.
happening.
And it's proof that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't how do you not see that? Just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a woke world we live in.
Yeah, we're waking up. Yeah, everybody's starting to pay a little closer attention to what's going on.
Now, well, I'm using the term woke in the sense of it's currently utilized in where you're woke because you admit that there's 47,000 genders.
Yeah.
You're woke because, like Jay Leno just came out and apologized for all of his past Asian jokes. Said he was a butthead. So,
but I mean,
wokeism is gaining momentum.
Jay Leno has Asian friends that are that were laughing with him.
Doesn't matter. He made those jokes and other people got offended. Therefore, he's got to chill.
That doesn't make any sense.
It
man.
doesn't make any sense.
And knowledge, people dropping knowledge on what's going on with the COVID thing.
Let me tell
That
you
didn't
something.
make any sense.
Let me give you a personal experience of woke liberalism.
Okay.
I actually have one. I was informed by somebody recently that I was offensive to them. And this person, I care deeply about their opinion. A lot of folks, I can give two shits about how you feel about me.
Right.
This person, I do. And I said, I don't understand. They said, well, when you introduced me once, you said that I was a liberal, and it broke your heart. And I said, yeah, but what I'll follow that up with? I said, I'm just kidding. This person is awesome, and I just love the fact they can be who they are. I was like, do you remember that part of that conversation?
Oh, no.
Nope.
They turned that off.
They just remember that first part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This person also said that when I get ready to discuss politics amongst other people, I look at this person and tell them, you won't agree with this because you have different liberal beliefs than I do, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Right.
I said, so hold up. You're mad at me because I prefaced the fact that I'm fixing to talk about something that may upset you? And I was informed that I was wrong because of that.
Uh-huh.
So simmer on that for a second. What's up, Gary?
Do you have any gray tape, duct tape, or any?
I actually do not. I mean, we have like no damn tape. I need to buy some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to at some point tape that down until we can get that running, that track. But actually, there is no track in the floor.
It goes up
It all
through the
goes
head.
up.
Goes ahead, overhead. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
No, I do have to get some though, so I'll get some. We can tape it down so it doesn't get yanked out and stepped on and
Okay.
crushed and all that good stuff.
because I'm gonna need a longer piece of Cat 5 than this right here to go all the way in there. See, the funny thing is your Eric's box for your, I guess, your church broadcast.
Oh, it's for it's for another broadcast. Yeah.
I guess it's working okay,
Mhm.
but the EAS just didn't like that, and the printer settings were right on there, and it turned out it was printing in there, but it wasn't printing in there until I changed it over to this connection.
Okay.
And so we need to leave it there. If you've got a problem, you can go over to Walmart and get a little bitty hub, and you get the fastest one you can get,
Yeah.
and just plug it in and plug your other connections into that. I mean, you know how to connect one of those.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But we need to. It'd be best to leave it connected to this one right here.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine by us.
And so, but I'll buy some cable and enough to get in there, and there may be enough there may be already enough in there, it's stringing from here and there, that I could use that's not being used or something, because it looks like there's a lot of Cat 5 running.
There's a lot of Cat 5
Oh, there's all
up
kinds
in
of stuff now that doesn't be used anymore.
And so I don't have time to trace it right now, but maybe next time I'm through I'll try to trace it and see. And if there's enough, then we'll use that if it's working, if it's your cable.
You got one of those trackers
I've got a little beeper thing.
that you clamp on a wire on one end, and you go find the other end of the signal?
Yeah.
That's cool. Those things are cool.
Yeah, those are cool, and that, as a matter of fact, I'll use that because it'll plug right into it.
Yeah, and then you could use one of those, because I bet there's a dozen of them hanging down right there that are rolled up on the other end.
I can see them, and so I just see one coming in here with them that may be all coiled up in that little door there. So I'm not tall enough to reach up there.
Neither am I with this headphone set on.
That caused you to shrink quick, would it?
It
Be careful
hurts
of
your neck.
that blue cable down there so
Got
you
it.
don't trip over it.
How many of you want?
Well, see, they're running someplace else, so.
No, they're not, Gary. I got a handful of them right here.
Okay, but
See 'em?
the end of them are running someplace else.
Yeah, they run down here,
Okay.
and then they come down here.
Okay.
So one of these blue ones,
Well,
this red one's plugged into, goes
Yeah.
back there.
yeah, I don't see a blue one in there. I see white.
No, yeah. Let me show you.
Okay, be careful of the cable.
Yep, I'm not gonna get it.
Because I'm not seeing it. Then I'll bring my little tester in next time. I'll try to do it this time. Yeah, this one right here. See, this one runs from that router into that closet.
Right.
And so
What's in the closet?
there's a switch in there, a router. Oh, that's up on the wall, so that's not it.
That other one.
Sorry, folks. Had to go get some drinky drink. Had to deal with some BS.
That's the only blue one I see over here.
There's three of them right here, Gary. And the dirt's on them. When I went over here and pulled them, there's three of them right here.
Okay. All right.
Richard, you could issue everybody a gun, but it wouldn't matter.
And then
I'm telling you, man, it's going to happen. I'm not sure if he's really going to come for your guns, but they're going to restrict guns so much that you can't get one. I think that's the key, you know.
Well, one of them was probably going to that closet.
Yes, there's a lot going to that closet.
Yeah, there's a bunch in here. Yeah. There's, all right. There's that one that comes in there. And it's coming out here, goes in the grass, then it goes into this closet, into that room. See, there's a bunch of them up there. That's what I'm talking about. But we don't know where those go. Right. Those could,
go that way.
well, they could go to the front desk or
That's right.
other places and everything. So I'm not sure. Because that's the switch that showed up on the connection that was existing back there.
Right.
It showed it, but it wouldn't show the EAS.
Right.
And so I was trying to track one down, but my tracker will.
It'll isolate it.
It'll plug one of these in.
Yep.
And then we can track it down and find out. But we've got to find one that will that I have a connection to. You know,
Right.
coming from in here, really.
Right. Well,
And
one of those blue ones, or both of those blue ones over there, they go up in there and they go that way.
Okay, well, yeah, and then they go on probably into there.
Right.
Because they don't go into the rack.
Right.
There is one blue one that goes to the rack.
Right.
But that's the one that I was having trouble with.
Right. So if you could figure out which one goes that way, we could pull it backwards, unhook it and tape it up to where it'll slide through.
I'd rather just find another one that's not being
You
used.
got about 30 seconds.
It's good. Yeah. I'm going to get out of here. I got to get on to San Angelo. So I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
We are back. It is 9:08 here in the AM on a Thursday. Hanging out with Jeff and Landy. It is the Jeff and Landy Morning Show, being brought to you by Ballinger Home Health and Hospice. Looking at a beautiful day today. Sunshine is out right now. We should see it warm up upwards to about 74 degrees, and then clearer skies this afternoon with an overnight low that will drop down to about 46 degrees. And then we're going to be looking at the warming up even further on Friday. Friday's going to be a beautiful day, 84 degrees on Friday, and that is just going to be awesome. However, with the pretty weather comes
the wind.
There it is. You got to have one or the other apparently in this in this area where
I'm going to open up. I'm going to open up a store. I'm going to add to my store. I'm going to have these roof attachments that you can put on those rails. You know, most of these new cars have those rails on top of their roofs, luggage rails.
Okay.
You know that nobody ever uses.
I got you.
Right. There's a autonomous sail that you can put on your car now that uses wind power.
So you gotta.
Yeah, so you can add to your gas mileage.
So you can add to your gas mileage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I was actually studying some autonomous sails on trying to research them on the internet, and they actually have some on ships. You know, like those big cargo ships. They have sails, autonomous sails on those ships that direct a little bit of wind.
Yeah.
And they say that over a course of the cruise, instead of burning however many thousands of barrels of oil in those big engines, they burn like 4% less.
Oh, hey, that's
4% is a bunch.
That's a bunch. Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we talked to you about things that were happening in the world. You know what's going on. Biden's going to have his press conference today. I believe like 12 o'clock or 12:15 here Central Time.
Yeah.
So you guys can listen to that train wreck. Also, things are getting crazier in the world with all this cancel culture.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the WWE Network, which is now part of the Peacock streaming service, which is NBC.
Right.
Which means they're going to be going over all of its content and getting rid of things that might cause to be problematic in the woke world we currently live in. Now, there are two things in particular that are already gone.
Uh-oh. What's that?
The first was a match between Rowdy Piper. I loved him.
Yeah, man.
And Bad News Brown. It's actually a match from WrestleMania 6 in 1990.
Right.
Well, Brown was a black man, and Piper apparently painted half of his body black for the match.
Yeah.
No word as to why. There's zero context as to why. They're going to assume it could be misconstrued as racism, so instead of even bothering to figure out why it happened, they're just going to remove it.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense, right?
Yep.
Now, this one, I can get. This happened in 2005. In a backstage segment, Vince McMahon is trying to be, quote, hip with John Cena by cheerfully calling him my N-word. because John Cena was hip hop culture, white man, but
Right.
that was his whole persona.
Right.
And so I get that one because you just a rich old white man yelling that word out is not good, no matter how you slice it up, right? Anyway, there you go. In case you were what, and just wait. Just wait. Now, my only problem with it is this, though. I mean, I can see why they remove it, but it's actually what it is. It's a scripted situation. He didn't say it because that's who he is. He said it because that's what they wrote in the script.
Right. That whole thing's scripted.
And so he says, and so basically as the whole clip plays out, McMahon is walking away, and then there's two performers who are black, Booker T and his wife Charmel. They're standing there and they're shocked. And Booker looks at his wife and says, quote, "Tell me he didn't just say that." Because that's a part of the skit. Good, bad, or otherwise, but that's where we're at in America right now. That was a scripted situation. But it is going to be removed. Because so take that as you will, but just good luck because wrestling's got a lot. If this is just tip of the iceberg, they got a lot to remove because boy, they're gonna be knee deep in it. So wrestling, that's one of the things that I used to love as a kid. And I don't necessarily hate it now, but there was a time period that I just couldn't care less about wrestling. Or wrestling, as my dad liked to call it. You know? But right now, people on Reddit, they're answering the question, what's something you loved as a kid, but you hated as an adult? What's pretty neat is it kind of really makes you remember how great it was to be an innocent, dumb kid.
Let's see,
what about you?
What did I like as a kid and hate as an adult?
Those wax bottles.
No, dude, growing up.
That's what I'm saying. Those little wax.
Growing up, just being an adult.
Growing up, yeah.
Just being an adult, man.
You used to love it. You used to love being you wanted to be an adult when you were a kid. You loved it.
Yeah.
When you had those adult moments.
Thought about all those, perks of being an adult.
Yeah, all the hot rods you're going to have.
Yeah, get here and look back going, yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah, what is this stuff called? WORK. Where'd this come from?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? I'm gonna give you eight examples, and it's gonna throw you back. I guarantee you, a lot of you guys are gonna agree with this.
Yeah.
Getting mail, as a kid, dude. As a kid, weren't you? I got it.
Oh, dude,
my kids do it.
Let me tell you something. I used to get mail once every 6 months because my grandmother signed me up for NASA Junior Space Cadet. And I used to get. I've still got them.
That is awesome.
I still got. Well, this is what we're doing this month.
That is awesome.
This is what
and you used to run to the mail.
Because I didn't know what day of the
week.
Boy,
run so hard.
I didn't know what day of week it was.
Yeah, run so hard, kick yourself in the hind end, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, I used to get some of those, and it was so cool.
Now, I don't want to check the mail.
Yeah.
There's no good news in the mail, Landy.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I have a Hot Rod magazine that I get.
Oh, there you go.
Dude.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, you nailed this one already growing up.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to do it when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Now, it's horrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
This one's true, and not for the reason they're saying, but I got another reason for you. Carnival rides. You used to love them.
All right. Carnival rides now,
but
too.
now, the reason they gave was because now you just get sick too easy. That ain't the case. My thing is this. I'm watching that 77-year-old tilt-a-whirl go around and around going, how many bolts that thing missing? And then I see old Bubba, the guy who put it together. He's got one arm and 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Put that math together. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, wait, did he build this? I'm out. I'm out. I can smell nothing but burning rubber and hot grease.
Yeah.
I ain't getting on that bad boy.
Yeah.
That just has, especially the ones with the planes on the end.
Yeah.
And it raises up and it spins at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I can just see myself.
And the floor drops out and you're stuck to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's the Gravitron.
That's the Gravitron. That's it. That's it. That one was cool, man.
So I don't like carnival rides because first off, they always sticky.
Yeah.
And they ain't no telling what's on them.
Yeah.
And how long it's been there.
Yeah.
There's a good chance, dude. There's a good chance there's a ride at the rodeo that I was on when I was a teenager that might have some chaw on it that I had that night.
Yeah.
Or something. So anyway, there's that one. Swimming in public pools.
swimming in public pool, dude. There's so much chlorine
just
in a
don't like-
public
no,
pool,
I
man.
just-
You couldn't.
I agree.
You
with that.
couldn't catch nothing in a public pool if you tried to.
I think I just don't like the public sometimes.
Well, I don't like
You know?
being around people. I don't
Being-
look that good in a bathing suit.
This one. This is a big one. Being sick. So when you were a kid, it meant staying home from school and watching Price is Right.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, that's
what
how
I'm
I
talking
did it.
about. Yeah,
You know, you watch TV, you watch Price is Right, whatever other
and
shows
all the
were on.
westerns all day.
Your mama
long.
come home
Yeah.
and watch her stories at lunch when she's on her lunch break, and then
Yeah.
you go back to watching
Yeah.
whatever you wanted to.
Yeah,
And as an adult, you know what that means? It means no paycheck.
that's right.
It means you have 148 emails that you have not responded to
Yeah,
on Thursday
yeah. When you get back to work,
with a deadline of Friday.
when you get back
Yeah.
to work.
Exactly. 'Cause
Yeah.
guess what? It's still there when you get back.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
All right. Number 6. Lots of sugar. Yeah, you need it, don't you?
Yeah, sure do.
Can't have too much sugar now because you got diabetes.
Well, they can't have too much sugar now because you know that it actually is not good for you. You know, but when you're a kid, I don't know how we process that much.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I used to mow lawns, and I mowed people's lawns at their houses. I charged $5, 2 for the front yard and 3 for the backyard. And that's, you know, and that's running an edger. I had an edger, one of the old school. Weren't no such thing as a weed eater back then. A weed eater was a goat in the next neighbor's yard. You know.
That's right.
So anyway, charged $5. I used to save my money. Boy, I tell you what, I got to where every week I had enough money. I'd go buy me when Mom would go to the grocery store, I'd give her some plenty of money, and she'd pick up me a box of sugar frosted flakes
Mm-hmm.
and another gallon of milk.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturday morning,
Boy, howdy.
Cotta, get up before daylight. You had to get up before daylight to catch like the Red Skelton show, and then there was like Dr. Doolittle, and then after Dr. Doolittle come on Heckle and Jekyll,
Oh, wow.
and then you had to wait till about 8:30 for Looney Tunes really came on, and then you watch Looney Tunes till about 10, and that whole time I ate that whole box of
I
cereal.
bet you did.
Yeah, but I can't remember what I did.
But it
Saturday
sets you up for the
afternoon.
rest of the day.
Yeah. Had to get on a bicycle and go jump a trash can.
There you go. All right, how about this one? This one may not apply to a lot of folks given your age, but Facebook. Apparently, it used to be, it was great for finding old friends that you just graduated with, or or when you're in this younger group, finding friends and
Right.
talking outside of school instead of having to go to their house. Now, basically, it's just your parents and your aunts and uncles fighting with their neighbors over politics.
Right.
So it's not as fun
Yeah.
as it once was.
Right.
And finally, they say that the thing that they used to love as a child but hate now, Bill Cosby.
What?
Yeah, because of all the rape.
Oh,
He
but-
drugged all them girls and took advantage of them.
Yep.
So it just ruined the idea of who he was to people.
Right.
You got to think about it. He was America's dad, dude. In the 80s,
Dude,
he was America's
Dad
dad.
had it going on, man. He, best disciplined his children, and then they drug up his personal life, and I'm like, really.
But his personal life was a bit rapey.
Yeah.
So I think it was okay to bring that up.
Yeah.
And that's why he's still in prison, because
Yeah.
he's a bad person. All right, now let's look at something a little different. How about the perks and the downside of working from home? A lot of folks, we talk
A
about
lot of folks had to work from home. My
Exactly.
nephew had to work from home, and he said, Landy, every morning he's used to taking a shower, at night before you go to bed because you've been mowing the lawn and everything else, and then you get up in the morning, take a quick shower, just kind of wake up.
Yeah.
And he said my routine of getting up, getting dressed, and going to work has been the same, because when I go into a converted bedroom for my office, that's my office. I close the
Yeah.
door and I'm on the clock.
on it.
Yeah, and I quit at lunch and go eat lunch with, my wife, hang out with the kids a little bit, and then I go back to work in the
There you go.
afternoon. So, people made adjustments.
Well, they did. Now, we have the downside, and they've got the top 5 downside. Having to start something over because of a tech issue. Too many distractions and having a sore back from working on the couch.
Yeah.
Those made the top 10.
Well, the what was it we was talking about the other day? The Zoom classes where
Yeah.
where you're everybody's sitting there in a shirt and a tie and everything else, and then you can't see the people sitting there with their pajama bottoms on and slip slop.
Number 4 downside: dealing with tech support over the phone.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Well, dude, I brought in, I have IT, and I tried, and they wouldn't fix nothing. I fixed our online streaming, but you know why? Because I just started putting stuff in there that I thought might work.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It did.
It did.
Yep.
So while somebody else was going to research it,
right?
I was like, no, I'm just going to go at it.
Yeah.
And if I can't figure it out, what's worse going to happen?
It's
already off the air.
You take it apart. It's broke anyway, right?
Yeah.
You take it apart. You put it back together. It's still broke. You take it apart again. You put it back together. It goes to work, and I did something.
Done something right. We
I
did
don't
that
know
the other
what it
day with our sound.
Yeah, I don't know
right.
what it was.
How about this one? In general, not having all the hardware or software to do your job.
Right.
Your computer is not real great.
Yep.
So software crashes while you're in the middle of doing something.
Right.
Okay. And finally, number 1 thing is having to use your personal computer for work.
Right.
You can be a butthead and be like, no. Now, they say, what are the perks? You can set your own schedule.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Eating whatever you want, whenever you want. Matter of fact, I find eating at home is better than actually leaving me out here to my own devices.
Well, yeah,
here I
because
can go get what I want.
Right. Typically speaking, you're eating at home. You have kind of a
Limited amount.
Well, you have things regimented. Like my breakfast, I make my breakfast every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have things set in place to where I want to eat the same thing every morning because I have it. That's the way I like it.
Sure.
And it evolves. This month I might like cheese on my omelet. Next month I may not like cheese on my omelet.
There you go, right?
So this month I might like pepper on my omelet. And next month I might just want the salt on my omelet.
Exactly.
So, there's things at home that you control that are more, you feel like you have more control over. But then again, it's good to go out and get a good old big old salad or, or hamburger or cheeseburger or fries or whatever every once in a while. But every once in a while because you can't. Remember way back in the day that guy said he was going to eat every meal at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Didn't it end up putting him in a hospital?
Well, he was like in early stages of like kidney failure.
Yeah.
And everything, and liver function
gained
issues
like
were
35
bad.
pounds.
Yeah.
And
then he did it for a documentary, so.
Yeah.
And he made
it almost killed him.
Yeah, give up, made him a millionaire.
Yeah.
But
you can't be punishing yourself with extracurricular food all the time. Your body just can't deal with it.
Can't do it. Can't do all the stuff that ain't real.
Yeah, stuff that ain't real.
Now back to the list. No commute made the list. Rolling out of bed 5 minutes before work starts made the list.
Yeah.
And apparently it's easier to work out in the middle of the day. Never been a big problem of mine.
Yeah.
And a few more that made the list. Less gossip. Avoiding certain coworkers. Not having to wear pants.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
a shirt.
That's a perk.
Yeah.
That's definitely a perk. You just got your pajama bottoms
on. But and you're talking about not having gossip. Carrying on a conversation with someone at work doesn't have to be gossip.
Oh.
I mean, I just miss.
Hell, if we didn't have this, I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Because it'd just be me up here.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I have to have some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
I don't like big crowds.
Yeah.
But I do not mind people.
Right.
I like talking to folk and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
it just breaks up the day, makes the day go by faster.
Exactly.
You get a different view of something. And what I want to bring up about that is your different perspective of what we're looking at, okay? I might miss something. You caught it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's why
fresh eyes.
That's why when you're talking to people about something, any kind of subject, whether it's life or living or political or your cars or trucks or digging a ditch, whatever, when somebody else is talking about the same thing you're talking about, you're actually getting a different perspective. And you may miss something in that perspective that they caught. And them catching that adds to the knowledge, both of you's knowledge, about whatever it is you're talking about.
Fresh eyes, fresh mind.
That's right.
That's how it works. Well, speaking of things that make the day go by easier and faster, because you kind of mentioned that it does. Whiskey. Well, it's Thirsty Thursday.
You get started on that a little too early. It don't work out.
Well, howdy.
You talk about your day is done. What time is it? 9:15.
Well, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's 6. Oh. Huh. In the morning?
Yeah.
No, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Everybody just got home from church.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what they say. Yeah, don't drink during the day. It doesn't do well for you. But it is Thirsty Thursday.
Yep.
And you're adults. Wear a mask. Don't drink during the day or don't care. It's
Yep.
your choice.
Your
As long as
choice.
you don't put your choice on me.
Right.
So we're good.
Run over me after you've been drinking.
Yeah, right. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have the hands, the manos, the hands
Yeah.
of a drunk Wild West cowboy?
But drunk Wild West cowboy. You know,
If so, there just might be a lot of money in it for you. I think they just want some rough hands. Is what they're getting at. They want some man hands.
I got some. I don't know about man hands, but I got some pretty rough hands.
A whiskey company called Fistful of Bourbon
Yeah.
is looking for, quote, the new spokes fist
All right. I'm in.
to hold whiskey bottles in their ads. And if you've got the perfect fist, they're going to pay you $100,000 to be in that ad.
I'm ready. What's it? Give me some address on
If
this.
you want to apply,
Right.
listen, come on, all you old farmers out there,
Dude,
you
I know some old guys.
mechanics,
Yeah.
you weathered, you ones that whose skin that would stop a .22 bullet at close range.
Right.
Y'all out there, I've seen you.
Right.
All right, I'm not talking about the old girls spend their lives in the tanning booth. I'm talking about the real
Yeah.
leather skinned workers from outside.
Right.
If you want to apply, you
Yeah.
can fill out a form on their website.
Uh-huh.
And you need to know the applications are due by April 13th. Now, Jeff, what's the website, right?
Yeah.
The website is fistfulofbourbon.com/spokefist. Well, spokes fist. SPOKESFIST. Spokesfist. That way, you can become possibly the spokesfist and make $100,000. I ain't got the right hands for it.
Yeah.
I got little sausages on my hands. They ain't manly looking. Just look like I'm obese and I probably have health issues. Anyway, so all right, there you go. So there's something for you on a Thirsty Thursday. Go check it out.
Right.
Other Thirsty Thursday news and this is sad. This is sad. Okay, I don't. If you're in the industry, it's sad. For the first time, but it's probably really a good thing. I'm just playing around. For the first time since the pandemic started, there's actually been a drop in alcohol sales.
Right.
Sales were down 2% 2 weeks ago,
What?
which was the first down week since it all started.
Right.
1 year ago, alcohol sales were up 55%
Right.
because folks had been stockpiling
Right.
because they couldn't get out to go buy more.
Right.
Interesting note, alcohol sales went up in Arlington on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday by 67%.
Right.
I
At
can
$14.95. That $14.85.
I can neither confirm nor deny why that might have happened.
That's right.
I can't say that Jeff Landy Morning Show were there representing.
That's right.
So maybe that.
Helping them out.
All right, in other Thirsty Thursday news, Miller Lite has done something that we all wanted done.
Uh-huh.
They released 3 candles to make you feel like you're at a bar until you can finally go to them safely. Because nothing says home like stale beer and peanuts.
And 3 candles.
Yeah, and that dude who works at the hog farm and never washes off where he goes back home.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the candles are named Dive Bar, which smells like Fabuloso and mold.
Yeah.
Beer Garden, which smells like stale beer, and what is it?
Stale.
Honeydew.
Yeah, honeydew. Yeah.
And Game Day, which
Smells
is
like sweat.
Sweat and beer.
Yeah.
And apparently they all smell like their names.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Currently, though, they're sold out.
What?
Yeah.
Are we late on this one?
Yeah, we missed that one. But hey, they just presented it to me.
Yeah.
But they're sold out. So if you wanted a candle, can't tell you what to do about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get you a mandel.
Yeah.
Other news, if you want to look at it this way, the COVID news.
Right.
Apparently, Krispy Kreme, and we missed it, or it may be ongoing, but I don't have it. We were close to one in Dallas area, but we aren't now. But
Right.
Krispy Kreme was going to give you a donut if you got the vaccine.
Oh, right.
A donut, a
Donut,
donut,
if you got the vaccine.
a donut, not a dozen,
Right.
not a cream filled whatever,
Yep.
not a Long John.
Yep.
A single Krispy Kreme glazed donut. Sister Crispy, listen. All that's going to do is piss me off and make my arm sore.
Dude, yeah.
You gonna give me a donut? They're like, here, save your life. Go get a vaccine. Thanks. Thanks for the diabetes and heart disease, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, has killed more people in America than Rona.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
by the way,
do y'all not see the logic, the flaw in that logic?
Yeah,
it's like, hey, listen here. Get the vaccine, save a life.
Did they?
But what about the diabetes? Shh. We're not talking about the diabetes my donut will give you. We're talking about saving your life through the vaccine.
What are you talking
Whoa. But I'm already overweight and have hypertension. Shh. Get the vaccine. Eat the donut, fatty.
Yeah.
So if you prove to them you got the vaccine, they'll throw a donut at your way.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
so anyway, long story short, can I borrow somebody's vaccine card?
Yeah.
Because I need to give me a donut.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. All right. How about some stupid criminals? Because these are interesting. These criminals today, women.
What?
Women today.
What are they doing?
They stepping up and doing something crazy. Let's go to Florida.
Again.
Because that's where we like to live when it comes to stupid criminals.
Yeah.
Now, it will be hard for this woman to claim that her crime was not premeditated.
It is.
Yeah, I think it is. Last Thursday, a 34-year-old woman named Edith.
Hey, Edith.
Edith Riddle,
Uh-huh.
by the way.
Yeah.
Well, she went to her daughter's middle school in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Edith had a boxing glove on her left hand.
Uh-oh.
Her daughter started a fight with another girl. And then guess what? Edith joined in, throwing some punches while the other girl was on the ground.
Oh, no.
The girl wound up with cuts on her knees and arms, and her parents said they wanted to press charges. Yeah.
Duh.
Edith was arrested and charged with child abuse with a special weapon.
Right.
She told the cops the boxing glove was super glued to her wrist, so she couldn't take it off.
Right.
I want to know that story.
Yeah, that's the story we're interested
I want to
in.
know
How did you get a boxing glove
super glued
to your wrist?
What were you doing
Yeah.
to get a boxing glove super glued to your wrist?
What were you doing? I can't even put any logic behind that. I can't even put any illogic behind that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I walk up on somebody, anybody randomly, and they're wearing a single boxing glove,
Right.
I'm gonna be weary.
Yeah.
I will kind of walk softly around them because you don't know when homeboy's gonna uncoil.
Yeah.
You know,
He might be left-handed.
He's got a boxing glove on. He's obviously gonna hit something.
Yeah, he ain't right-handed. He might be
How
left-handed.
do you glue a boxing glove onto your wrist? Did you fix the strappy deal or whatever and then put it on to see how it fit and the glue wasn't dried yet?
I don't know. That's the only thing I can get around.
Or did you take the boxing glove to the school to put a hurting on some girl who was picking on your daughter?
Right.
But you didn't want to bust your knuckles open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's probably what it was. That's
probably
woman number one, by the way.
Okay.
Edith.
Right. Who's number two?
Number two. It's a good excuse for speeding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an excuse, but you know what? Not a good excuse.
Mm-hmm.
A woman who was pulled over on the highway in Overland Park, Kansas, this last Sunday. They was going 149 miles per the hour.
Was
That's
the
more
highway
than-
sign 149?
No, it was twice the limit, so the highway sign about 75. Her excuse? She thought she was only going about 128. I ain't sure if that's much better.
Yeah.
But maybe doing 50% over the speed limit is like better than doing 100% over the speed limit.
Right.
She got a ticket.
Yeah.
Pretty
They
big one.
take her to jail?
No, they didn't. They let her roll. Which a lot of times you go over like a certain
If
percentage
you're
of the speed limit.
What, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit?
Yeah,
you go
something
to
like
jail?
that.
They
Yeah.
can take you to jail?
That they can if they choose to.
if they choose to. Yeah.
Well, they were probably laughing. If you were a cop, and I know you have to hear and see all kinds of ignorant things, good, bad, and otherwise.
Mhm.
But if you walk up and this young lady says that sir, ma'am, do you know how fast you were going? Sure, no. Well, 149. Whoa! I thought I was only going 128.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you be like,
Where'd you come up with that?
Yeah. Were you trying to go 148?
Well, that highway patrolman pulled them gals over there the other day, and they were driving slow, down heading toward Paint Rock, and this older lady was driving. She had her 3 older friends in the car with her. He pulled her over, says, "Ma'am," he said, "the reason I pulled you over is because you're driving so slow." She goes, "Well, sir, I was doing the speed limit. It's right there on that sign." He looked over at the sign and said, Texas Highway, Texas 63. He said, ma'am, that's not a speed limit sign. That's a state sign. She goes, oh. She goes, ladies, are y'all all right? She goes, yeah, they'll be all right. We just got off 158.
Yeah, yeah, it is. All right, let's talk some good news stories to finish out your Thursday.
Right.
Now, this was a good story, and it's from, hey, it is from Florida.
Love me some Florida.
And it's from the radio.
All right.
One of our own.
Right.
One of our brethren out there in Florida. They probably do a similar show where they do stupid Texas news.
Yeah.
But anyway, you heard about the armadillo?
We look for that.
That man, he put the armadillo down his britches when he got pulled over.
Yeah.
I do look for stupid Texas criminals. They don't publish it like they do in Florida.
Yeah.
So anyway, Texas man, a radio host in Florida, his name was Kevin.
Yeah.
He got a bunch of people to adopt pets from the animal shelter. How, you might ask? By sleeping in one of their kennels overnight. He said he'd do it for more than 50 if more than 50 pets went home with people during an event called Empty the Shelter.
That's right.
203 pets got adopted. So, Kevin, being a man of his word, as most radio personalities are,
that's right.
Honor, integrity to the
nth degree.
Yeah. He did it.
Yeah.
He did it. And
went
he got
spending
on there,
the night on the shelter.
Yeah, went to spend the night in the shelter.
That's right.
I wouldn't mind
in a
doing
kennel.
that. It's just
locked up in a kennel.
He was in a kennel.
Yeah, I wonder if they cleaned it for you.
No, leave it. That's what you get.
That's right.
All right, let's go up to Florida, or Iowa. We were just in Florida.
Yeah.
A couple in Iowa celebrated their 50th anniversary, and what they did was they recreated all of their wedding photos from their ceremony in 1971.
Oh, that's cool.
Landy, get a pen out.
How's that?
Write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Write that down, bro. I'm going to do the same thing.
Are you?
If I make it to 50.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be 90 years old. Or
she may not want to be around you that long.
She wants to be around me now. All right.
You might not make it to
That's
90,
right.
big dog.
Now let's go across the sea there, the Atlantic, not the Pacific.
Yeah.
And let's go to Ukraine. I guess we can get there through the Pacific.
We can go there the other way. Got a bunch of countries to cross.
I think we can get to Ukraine a little closer on the
go
Pacific
north.
side. Yeah. An 11-year-old kid who can't swim. Well, they got stuck out in a small slab of ice, 100 feet from shore on a river in the Ukraine.
Oh no!
But he's okay. After a fisherman saw him, how do you think he got the kid off of the ice?
The road
Just
over there
think
with
about
a boat.
No, close.
Through a
Fishing line.
fishing line
And
out
reeled that boy over to him.
Right.
Yeah. And the whole thing is on video.
How cool is that?
That's pretty neat. You guys can check that out.
Yep.
All right. Last week in San Francisco, a racist jerk attacked a 75-year-old Asian woman on the street.
Uh-oh.
And she put him in the hospital.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That'll teach you, boy.
Don't be playing with people, man.
Man, you never know you don't know what a person's background is.
You have no idea.
What was that dude that ran by that lady during the last Olympics and stole her purse, and she runs like the 440?
Yeah, she got like a gold medal in the 400.
I got a gold medal in the 400.
You
You're going to outrun that sister?
And that dude's fresh off the couch, dusting the Cheeto dust off him.
Yeah.
Went and robbed her.
Yeah, walked by, grabbed her purse, and then took off
He's
running.
three monsters deep and 2 Cheeto bags in, and he can't outrun that woman.
She burned him down, boy.
Got that purse back and then some.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? So here's an update to this story. Her grandson started a GoFundMe page because, she did have some medical bills after that. She's 75 years old.
Yeah.
She fought a grown man.
Yeah.
All right. And people have now donated almost $1 million.
That's bad.
Here's the thing.
Right there.
She's not keeping the money.
Cool for her.
She's going to donate it to charity.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's a woman that has way more integrity than most of these teenagers running around here on the street.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, we live in the participation trophy world, and that's why we are what we are right now.
Right.
Too many times were children given things and never were allowed to experience disappointment.
True disappointment, exactly.
So but anyway, there's some good news for you on a Thursday.
Yes, don't mess with grandmas.
Don't mess with people who you don't know who they is.
Especially grandmas.
Especially grandmas.
Man.
All right. Hey, program note, tomorrow we are going to have a Firearm Friday.
Yeehaw.
And during Firearm Friday, we're going to have a special announcement regarding the Mejor Canada cook-off happening in Rowena on May 8th.
Right.
We're really excited about it.
Special announcement.
Special announcement regarding the Mejor Canada Cook-Off happening May 8th in Rowena.
Right.
We have a special announcement tomorrow, so you guys tune in for that. Ben Borrego from Paint Rock Performance will be out here. The man can build some guns. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get two gun heads up in here talking about some guns because listen, man, we live in a crazy world right now where a lot of rights are being assaulted.
That's right.
Because that's what an assault is.
That's right.
You know,
they jumping on you.
Yeah, right now with our guns, given the current environment.
Right.
Also, President Biden, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who stays in the basement, he'll be coming out of the basement. And he's going to have a press conference today with previously delivered questions. So it should be a barn burner. It was probably been rehearsed. They're probably rehearsing it right now.
Yeah.
You know, and he'll be up there. I think it's 12:15 on the Central.
All he's got to do is read the teleprompter.
Yeah, just check it out later. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
So there you go, guys, and that's going to do it for us.
That's it.
You know, it's 9:42. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys.
Yep.
And we will holler back at y'all tomorrow for
right.
Firearms Friday. We are your Second Amendment defenders.
That's right.
Out this way. We'll see y'all in a little while. How you
Bye.
doing? All right, people. Cheers. Bobby, you know who Bobby is? Remember Bobby Tapia? From Will Carter's band?
Yeah, he's the bodyguard.
He's the bodyguard.
He was the bodyguard.
Or the bass player.
Or the bass player, whatever.
But hey, the bass player is a hell of a hit you with if you don't play.
Dude, take you right out, man.
Well,
I saw when you got close to Will, he kind of bowed up. Did you see his hair stand up?
Dude, no, Bobby would have helped me assault Will. He'd be like, hit him again!
Hit him again!
And this time, put some steak on it! All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. We'll see y'all Thirsty Thursday. Go day drink. The hell with it.
That's right. Bye, y'all.